There it was. There I was thinking it was just me that had a problem, but it turns out it's the air conditioning that's sexist.
I know.
Hey, fucking air conditioning vent, dog. Fuck you, dude. Eva's a human being, dude. Fuck off, dog. Fucking sexist air conditioning.
So many women in our office have the exact same problem. You know, we just sit there absolutely freezing at our desks trying to type. And so it's just so actually quite nice to see this research. It's just such a relief to know that there's actually proof that this is happening, that women, you know, do feel the cold more than men. And that the AC in offices is normally regulated more for a male's temperature than a woman's.
And it's an explanation for these constant battles you'll see in offices right across the country between the sexes for control of that office thermostat.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, you know, one of the biggest problems is that often in offices, it is men who control temperatures. You know, that's just something I've found anecdotally. And because majority of the men in offices seem to be absolutely fine with the temperatures, you know, women kind of just sit there on the corner feeling absolutely frozen.
You're feeling frozen? Well, get ready for the burn. If you're too cold at work, stop wearing mini skirts and fucking tank tops, you silly bitch.
You know, we joke at work that we actually can't dress fashionably anymore for summer because you actually just can't go in sandals. You can't go in a summer dress because you're going to have to put on the jumper or the emergency cardigan.
Oh man, you can't dress fashionably to work. You're going to be too cold. You know what sucks? Going to work in a suit and socks and like 3 fucking layers because there's a dress code for men. I'm sure there's plenty of big, fat, sweaty pig men who would love to roll up in a sundress and sandals. You did this. How can anybody survive at this temperature?
And, you know, often, like, actually, nothing's being done to help them.
These women have been abused! Any men watching this, you're part of the fucking problem. And no, you don't get your own sauna, bitch.
It is quite frustrating, especially when you then go out on your lunch break or your commute home and you're absolutely boiling outside. And I think there is a bit of a problem when it's warmer outside than it is inside your office.
Sometimes outside it's below 75 and that's unacceptable. The sun is sexist. And I'm fucking sick of it. You piece of shit, dude. Sun, you sexist piece of shit. How dare you make it more than 75 degrees outside? I need to go on the news and talk about the sun is sexist.
You invented the microwave 60 years ago so you could cook your hungry man's steak dinners, and you're just now getting around to my body. Thanks, science. I've been coming since 2004, and now, after 11 years, I finally know that is indeed what was happening. Turns out, I'm not just a fertile animal who's meant to scream only during childbirth. Oh! And thanks, science, for discovering my orgasm and then giving me tips on how to keep having them. Like that time you suggested that I surround myself with men because they get competitive and work harder to please me, therefore resulting in a better climax. Thanks, science, for assuming that I like to fuck men. Thanks, science, for pretending I haven't been fucking myself the right way since 2004.
Pretending I haven't been fucking myself.
My short skirt is about discovering the power of my lower calves, about cool autumn air traveling up my inner thighs, about allowing everything I see or pass or feel to live inside of me. My short skirt is not proof that I am stupid, or undecided, or a malleable little girl.
Oh God, why didn't anybody tell me?
All of our best debates are always about policy, and it should be about policy that affects women specifically. The Romney campaign wants to talk about women and the economy. The women in this country still make 77 cents on the dollar for what men make. So if women don't make less than men?
Actually, if you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that.
Wait. Well, don't tell me the reasons are. Do women make less than men for doing the same work?
He just said, actually, if you start looking at the numbers, there are lots of reasons for that. And she says, wait, don't tell me the reasons. She's on television wanting to debate without using any facts. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you fucking feminist logic.
No, because...
Wow.
Well,
okay.
Well, for example, men work an average of 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more. Women want more flexible
Listen, this is not a math is hard.
No. Yes, it is, actually.
No, it isn't.
Well,
No, listen.
All right, let Rachel frame it, though, the way she
right now,
laid it out.
women are making 77 cents on the dollar for what men are making. So,
but that's not true. If so,
let Rachel make her point.
Every greedy businessman in America would hire only women, save 25%, and be hugely profitable.
I feel like this is actually, I mean, it's weird that you're interrupting me and not letting me make my point, because we get along so well, so let me make my point.
I will.
But it is important, I think, the interruption is important, I think, because now we know, at least from both of your perspective, that women are not faring worse than men in the economy, that women aren't getting paid less for equal work. I think that's a serious basis, a difference in factual understanding of the world. But given that some of us believe that women are getting paid less than men for doing the same work, there is something called the Fair Pay Act. There was a court ruling that said the statute of limitations, if you're getting paid less than a man, if you're subject, really do face, that Republicans don't believe is happening.
It's policy, is the argument.
It's policy, and I love how passionate you are. I wish you were as right about what you're saying as you are passionate about it. I really do.